So today we're working on this 79 Z28 Camaro.
Pitching Camaro, pitching Camaro. Hey man, where you headed? Pitching Camaro, I'm drunk on unleaded.
He just put a 500 horsepower small block in it that replaced the 383 stroker that they had in it that was a little tired. He instantly, with the new motor, trashed the original 4-speed. We're going to go to a TREMEC 5-speed. This will bolt to the stock bell housing. The American powertrain came with all the pieces that we need. We have a clutch rated for 600 horsepower. It came with the cross member, came with the output shaft for the trans, but it did not come with the drive line, which we'll have to get, which is not a big deal. What we have here is the dial indicator. So this dial indicator is going to sit and ride on that opening. When we turn the motor over manually, that dial indicator runs around it. What we're checking for is it can't be more than 5 thousandths out of center. So it can't be this way or this way. If it is that way or that way, which sometimes can happen with these locator pins and the bell housings in the castings, or however, whatever, they make the dowel pins that go on the outside that kind of center this piece, they make them to where you can move it in a direction. Ours clocked out correctly. That is because they went to a tapered bearing in the newer style transmissions, and so it can't take that slack. It has to be directly centered into your crank. So I'm going to pull our dial indicator back off, put the new clutch in, put the clutch fork on, throw out bearing, and then stab the trans. So onward and upward. Got our alignment dowel in here. I want to make sure you got that aligning tool in there just right. Kind of shake it around. You can also feel around from these edges to kind of make sure that it's filling all the same. I'm just going to kind of snug it up with this. And our clutch aligner feels nice. It's not binding going in and out. And now we're going to torque them and find out our spec here. So now we're going to torque our clutch basket. ARP says 45 pounds, which kind of sounded like a bit of a lot to me. So I double checked it with GM, and that's what they say. So of course you're going to work in a crosshatch pattern. I kind of just give these a few and then get back to them. There we are. There we are. Oh yeah. Oh baby. Mm-hmm. Alright. This has this little oblong here. You want that pointed in, so it'll lock. We are going to grease this up though, so it can have its movement and friction without hopefully making anything hot. Not a lot, but we're just going to put a little bit around here. Slide that bad boy in there with our clips. No, with our clips. And that, see, you can stop that there. The other thing we need to do is grease up our balls here. This is going to go on our ball here. Not my balls, but its balls. Put a good little bit on there. And that goes in there on that little ball. Clips. Boom. That's going to go over our trans is going to come right through here. This little guy is going to push on our clutch. That's our bell housing there from the other side. This is aluminum one. Some are steel. Cast. Steel. And we're just going to get 2 bolts up here. These were the locator pins I was talking about. They go through those. We're going to pull our aligner tool. Save that for another job because sometimes they don't come with them. And we also have a little wire holder that we need to make sure that we get on there. Sorry, I wasn't pointing you at the right direction. Now, get all your bolts in there. Alright. Since it's easy right now, we'll get our wires wrapped up here so they're not melting down on the header. Although, this is our speedometer wire, and you know what? He's switching sides. He's going over to the dark side here. On the other side of the trans. He was on the other side, but now he's got to go to the other side. I think I'm ready to stab the trans. Scary! Okay, there is a little bit of stuff we have to do to the trans here. These bolts need to be tightened down. They don't send them tight because you can turn this shifter around if you needed it to be further back. Supposedly, we're in the right position here for our Camaro. They say to tighten these down to 6 to 11 pounds. So very light. I don't even think my torque wrench goes down that low. So we're just gonna snug them up just real light. Other thing we got here is our shifter adapter here. These come in different sizes and you can turn them different all the way around actually. They have a 4-way key, so it's this way, this way, this way, you know. But this is actually supposedly the wrong one for this car. They say we need a 1-inch offset, which I'm guessing is center to center on these bolts, and this is 2 1/4. So I'm just going to pull this off for now, and when we get the right one, I'll just put it down through the inside, so it's not going to hold us up for today. But I'm going to tighten these down. The other thing I did was put in their manual adapter. So this would be a manual adapter to like a regular cable. This car has aftermarket odometer gauges, which has this electric sender, which goes onto the manual thing. So I just put in the manual thing. There's your speedometer gear that comes with it, goes in there. You put that adapter in, and I put on my electric sender for our odometer gauges, as well as put on our trans mount, just because it could possibly be easier at the moment. This is electronic speedo, like if you're using the newer style. This one is either our lockout, our reverse lockout, or our reverse lights. I don't know which one, but at any rate, I'm not going to worry about it at the moment. Just going to tighten down our bolts here. Alright, got it all prepped up. got our bolts here. One of the bolts is an Allen, and I looked through the instructions. It doesn't tell us which one hole that's supposed to go into, so that's great. And now we're gonna lift it and put it in. Remember, don't use your legs, all back. Shit. Lost our hat. Bearing fell out. And the exhaust is in the way. So I have to tuck it this way and then take it that way, I think. Give ourselves a little breather. Fish like gear oil. Sure, it's just not going in the pilot bearing at this moment. I'm a big boy, but that was tough. I shouldn't have done it that way. I usually put it on a cart. Like have the cart under here and then I kind of do it. But I pulled the 4-speed out manually. That one more gear is just heavy. Plus you're trying to line it. When you're pulling the one off, you're just pulling it off. It's just not going in there. Time to get serious. Well, I don't like how this is going. I can't get the trans on there. It's not going in all the way. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it back down, start over. I want to take the bell housing off. I want to stick it on this trans. I want to see it fit on the front of this trans because it seems like the little ring on the front out, it's like kind of the, I don't know, it's the front piece that bolts onto the front of the trans that holds all the stuff in there. It has a ring that sticks out and it just doesn't even seem like it's fitting into the bell housing. So I want to do that. I want to get that clutch fork to sit on there correctly again because it fell off going on. So pretty much a total disaster. And this time I am not lifting that thing. We're going to put it on a cart or a table and we're going to bring the lift down to it or something like that. That was not the way to do this. So plan B.
Will he ever get this blasted transmission in? Find out next time on Night Shift Customs.
I'm doggone unleaded.